Hello there. E-I-E-I-O. And on his farm he learned his ABCs. E-I-E-I-O. With an A here and an A there. Here an A, there an A, everywhere an A. Old MacDonald had to look about milk. I-E-I-O. With an A here and an A there. Here an A, there an A, everywhere an A. Old MacDonald had to look about milk. I-E-I-O. With a B here and a B there. Here a B, there a B, everywhere a boo. Old MacDonald had to look about milk. I-E-I-O. With a snap here and a snap there. Here a snap, there a snap, everywhere a snap. Old MacDonald had to look about milk. I-E-I-O. With a snap here and a snap there. Here a snap, there a snap, everywhere a quack. Old MacDonald had to look about milk. I-E-I-O. With the quack here and a quack there. Here a quack, there a quack, everywhere a quack. Old MacDonald had to look about milk. I-E-I-O. With a stomp here and a stomp there. Here a stomp, there a stomp, everywhere a stomp. Old MacDonald had to look about milk. I-E-I-O. With a flap here and a flap there. Here a flap, there a flap, everywhere a flap. Old MacDonald had to look about milk. I-E-I-O. With a munch here and a munch there. Here a munch, there a munch, everywhere a munch. Old MacDonald had to look about milk. I-E-I-O. With a splash here and a splash there. Here a splash, there a splash, everywhere a splash. Old MacDonald had to look about milk. I-E-I-O. I's for Impala. With a jump here and a jump there. Here a jump, there a jump, everywhere a jump. Old MacDonald had to look about milk. I-E-I-O. With a growl here and a growl there. Here a growl, there a growl, everywhere a growl. Old MacDonald had to look about milk. I-E-I-O. With a hop here and a hop there. Here a hop, there a hop, everywhere a hop. Old MacDonald had to look about milk. I-E-I-O. With a roar here and a roar there. Here a roar, there a roar, everywhere a roar. Old MacDonald had to look about milk. And it's for y'all palate. With the prance here and a prance there. Here a prance, there a prance, everywhere a prance. Old MacDonald had to look about milk. O is for ostrich. With a run here and a run there. Here a run, there a run, everywhere a run. Old MacDonald had.
Old MacDonald had a farm. E-I-E-I-O.
With a squawk here and a squawk there. Here a squawk, there a squawk, everywhere a squawk. Old MacDonald had to look about milk. I-E-I-O. With the chirp here and a chirp there. Here a chirp, there a chirp, everywhere a chirp. Old MacDonald had to look about milk. I-E-I-O. With a stomp here and a stomp there. Here a stomp, there a stomp, everywhere a stomp. Old MacDonald had a stomp here and a stomp there. Here a stomp, there a stomp, everywhere a stomp. Old MacDonald had a farm. E-I-E-I-O. With a hiss here and a hiss there. Here a hiss, there a hiss, everywhere a hiss. Old MacDonald had a farm. E-I-E-I-O. With a hiss here and a hiss there. Here a hiss, there a hiss, everywhere a hiss. Old MacDonald had a farm. E-I-E-I-O. D is for tiger. With the gird here and a gird there. Here a gird, there a gird, everywhere a gird. Old MacDonald had a farm. E-I-E-I-O. U is for Oriole Bush. D with a ba here and a ba there. Here a ba, there a ba, everywhere a ba. Old MacDonald had a farm. E-I-E-I-O. is for vulture.